Now, is price the big issue for you? This for me right now makes more sense. That bike back then for me made a lot of sense. You're gonna save money by going with the Lowrider ST in the long run. What up? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about something that I often get asked, like on a weekly basis. So whether it is through messages through my Instagram or messages in the comment boxes down below in the videos, people are constantly asking me for advice when it comes to them buying a Lowrider S or a Lowrider ST like I have right here. Now, me being the proud owner of a Lowrider ST Tobacco Fade, and I used to have a Lowrider S, puts me in this little pedestal right here where I could kind of give you the insight from both ends. That is why you're watching, right? I'm not gonna beat around the bush too much. It is the same exact bike. I think the most important question right here is, what are you going to be utilizing the bike for? If you already love the Lowrider S for what it is, do you really need the Lowrider ST at a higher price point? The Lowrider S starts at $19,999 while the Lowrider ST starts at $23,399. So you are looking at a $3,400 difference. Now some of you might be saying right now, well hell, the Lowrider ST is the best bike all around, just go for that. And I know some of you guys on the other hand are like, no, well the Lowrider S is anything and everything you could have in a Harley Davidson. You really don't need the Lowrider ST. In all transparency, in all honesty, it comes down to preference, looks, but overall, what are you going to be utilizing the bike for? Now, if looks is out of the question for a minute, let's talk about what makes these bikes so different when it's the same exact bike. The big difference obviously is gonna be that the Lowrider ST comes with the bags and the fairing in the front, while the Lowrider S doesn't have the bags and it comes with that mini fairing in the front. Now me being an owner of both, I could honestly say if you're a rider that wants wind protection, I would say Lowrider ST all day. Now if you're a rider who really doesn't care about the wind in your face, who just wants a really sporty cruiser, if not probably the best cruiser on the market, then yeah, get the Lowrider S. You save yourself some money. And if you ever do want to plan a nice little long weekend trip, overnight trip, or whatever it is, or if you are going somewhere where you want to put some stuff on some saddlebags, there are options out there that you can add on for saddlebags, which is why I also think the Lowrider S is so cool, because it's cool in its own natural form. And some people who have the Lowrider ST don't necessarily use the bags at all at times, or other times they just take them off. But if you are that one rider who really doesn't care about the bags, but you are gonna want the bags for that one day, the Lowrider S is fine, because like I said, you could just throw on any third market saddlebags. I mean, look how good the torque bags look, the thrashing bags look, amongst of other few other people out there that make bags for these bikes. Easily removable, they look super good on the bike, and it just fits your everyday necessities. Now me, after owning the Lowrider S and the Lowrider ST, I started off with my Lowrider S. For those of you guys who have been tuned in for the past few years, you saw what I did with that bike. It was nowhere near to be done when I got rid of it, but we did a lot of work to it. I ended up having the torque bags on there, which were easy removable whenever I want them, if I didn't want to have any bags on the bike. And they were small size, where I just threw my hat, my keys, my bags, well, whatever it was, I threw my little stuff in there. I wasn't taking any long trips back then on that bike, so I really didn't need the full bag treatment at all. I went ahead and I did the Memphis Shades fairing in the front. Another thing that's also detachable, which I loved, because one day the bike looked a certain way, the next day I had the Del Rio on it, the next day I just didn't have any fairing on it, no shield, no nothing, and that was pretty cool. Which also kind of played a part into why I like that bike so much, because it was more of a little transformer, putting little parts here and there that could kind of make the bike look different. But these parts also serving a purpose, obviously stopping the wind, packing my stuff up. But then when I didn't want any of that stuff on there, I had the option to kind of detach everything and just have my bare bone naked looking bike, which I kind of loved at a lot. More so on this bike where I don't really have the option. Yes, I have the option with the bags. I can remove them very easily. But I don't have that option with the fairing. That was back then. Now I love just having a fairing on my bike. I love the wind protection. So this I love. I wouldn't even think about wanting to take this thing off. So this for me right now makes more sense. That bike back then for me made a lot of sense. Fast forward, now that I have this bike, I have the wind protection with that fairing in the front and the bags. I am taking longer rides on this bike. I am taking this bike out of state lines. I have taken it up to New Hampshire for a few days. I have taken it to Milwaukee for a few days. And then for 2025, we are planning some long rides as well. So the bags serve a purpose. The fairing in the front serves its purpose for those long, heavy miles. But what I do love about it is that, for example, it is still a transformer in a way. If I want to get rid of those bags, I can just easily take them off within 30 seconds. They're off, and now my bike looks way different from the back. It's awesome. Now, some people don't like the bags on these bikes because of the uneven, you know, Harley, the bags are uneven, you know? So some people who actually I've seen a lot of comments, there goes my phone. I've seen a lot of comments, they just don't run the bags. They just take them off and they put something else, or they just don't run the bags at all. Some people just don't mind it. Me, personally, I don't mind it, whatever. Do I wish they were the same size? Yes, I wish they were the same size, but is it a deal breaker for me? Obviously not. I love the bags on this bike. I love the way they look. I love the functionality of them. They're now, is price the big issue for you? For a lot of you out there, it is the big issue. You're sitting down and you're thinking to yourself, I do want the Lowrider S or the Lowrider ST. The Lowrider S is at 19 grand. The Lowrider ST is at 23 grand, right? Those 3,999 is gonna be a lot more after taxes and fees and this and that and that. Same thing as the Lowrider S with the 1999, it's gonna be more. But it is a price difference, right? So for some of you guys, that does matter, and you should care about that as well. What you're gonna be paying every month should matter to you. So take that into account as well. If price is not an issue, and if you're debating on which one to get, I would say Lowrider ST. But I would say to that rider looking for just a good bike that Harley Davidson makes that's really good, that looks great, that performs, and just yells at Harley Davidson, the Lowrider S in its origin form is just awesome. Is this bike for you? Let me know. Are you a Lowrider S guy? Now, I also have seen a lot of guys with the Lowrider S that have gone out and they've put on the new fairing on it, or they put on the FXR fairing on it, right? So, and they put other bags and other additional stuff. So when it comes down to that, if you think you're gonna be saving money by buying those parts separately, you're not. You're probably gonna save money if you just go with the Lowrider ST rather than the Lowrider S, if those are your future plans. So if that's what you're planning to do, you're gonna save money by going with the Lowrider ST in the long run. Is the Lowrider S or Lowrider ST for you? That's something you need to decide. Tell me what you thought about this video. Was it helpful? Was it not? I mean, and I'm talking to those of you who are in the market, some of you who are probably gonna be commenting right now, with this, I don't care, I'm not interested in the Lowrider ST, then I don't know where you're watching the video. I get a lot of stuff like that, so it's like kind of interested in it right now. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. Is the Lowrider S and Lowrider ST in your future plans? We're at the end of 2024, going to 2025. Are you gonna be buying something right now before the end of the year? Are you gonna wait for the 2025 models to come out? I'm eager to know your thoughts. Also, the next video you're gonna be seeing in it is gonna be all the carbon installs. And I mentioned in my last video, but it was, I mean, you know, we're doing it tomorrow. We're installing everything tomorrow, so that's gonna be the next video posting up. So tune in for that, plus a ton of other cool stuff. And if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, you want to see more Lowrider S or Lowrider SD content, or just more Harley Davidson stuff and other cool stuff, you're definitely in the right place. So go ahead, subscribe, like, comment, share this video with your friends. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I am going to catch you guys in the next one. Like always, let the force be with you. Ride safe and enjoy the ride, baby. Peace!